Are we live?
Yes.
Are we live on Facebook? I'm still getting ready because I'm late, as per normal. Good afternoon, everybody. Just getting all set up over here. Get my laptop going so that I can interact with you guys like the nerd that I am. Happy Sunday. If you are Canadian, happy May 2-4 weekend. I am Canadian, and in Canada right now, this weekend is the first official long weekend of the summer. So everyone's up at their cottages. If you have a cottage, not everyone. If you have a cottage, most people are at their cottages for the first weekend, celebrating the kickoff to the summertime. So much fun. I am just calling up the Rythmia Facebook page here so that we can talk. Super smooth. Super Smoothies 2.0. This, if you recall, we did Smoothies about a month and a half ago, I think. It was about a month and a half ago, wasn't it, Kenneth?
Yes.
Kenneth, say hello, by the way.
Hello, by the way.
Kenneth is manning the camera this afternoon. We're going to be very mindful that we don't, A, put our hand over the microphone today, or B, that I don't do anything to make you guys excessively dizzy by walking around, getting off topic. Trying to find the video. Here it is. There we go. And muting that. There we go. All right, so we've got Andy Hernandez saying hello. I've got Paul de Bruin watching saying hey. Hey, Paul de Bruin. Lorena has joined us. Jamie has joined us. Jason has joined us. All right, people are hopping on board. We just had a honey spill, so this is my fresh honey here. I was like I gotta say, I was getting pretty cocky this afternoon. Around 12:30, I was up hanging out at reception when new guests were checking in because I had like everything under control. I've got an eyelash in my eye. It's like I'm gonna be early today. I've got everything. Look at, I just lost like 12 eyelashes all at once. I thought I was gonna be early, but lo and behold, we're late. But that's fine. It's Sunday. See how many people we got watching.
Hey.
All right, Stephen Goss is saying, hey Meg, hey Steve, hi Julie. Lorena's saying, ciao Bella, hola Lorena, nice to see you. Justin's watching saying hello. Adam Bell is saying, calling me on my smoothie operator. Yes, if you recall, I'm a smoothie operator. Little Jade this afternoon. Okay, I digress. I told Kenneth also that this was going to be a short video today. And he said, yeah, like you always say. I think last week was 56 minutes. I'm going to keep this super short today. Because everyone in Canada is at the cottage, and they don't want to be inside watching videos. They want to be out lying on the dock. So, because I've already done a smoothie recipe, I didn't want to go too crazy with more smoothie recipes. Because really, what do you guys need to learn other than ingredients? With smoothies, we're just tossing things in a blender. So I'm doing a couple of other slightly more different, unique twists today. Fresh coconut water. Been running a little bit, so I'm dehydrated. And the first thing we're going to do today was we're going to talk about coffee. So the banana coffee craze. Gracias, hasta luego. Coffee, banana coffee, that's a thing. A lot of people are talking about banana coffees. You can get them, I know a lot of the restaurants here in Costa Rica are selling them now. And in North America, I think it's become a bit of a thing. Oat milk became a big thing, and banana coffee. So we're going to do a couple of versions of banana coffee smoothies this afternoon. But the first thing we're going to do is make coffee, and instead of just pouring out from our coffee maker, I decided that we would do, as my mother would call it, cowboy style. What do you...
Costa Rican style.
Yeah, Costa Rican style coffee. So, this is our super high-tech coffee maker.
Yeah.
Kenneth just ran out for me and picked this up because I forgot to bring, I have one at home, but it's stained pretty brown for making coffee, so it didn't look very good for TV. And I wanted to show you guys what it looked like to start. So this is a brand new coffee stock. And Mom, if you're watching, my mom used to make coffee like this when we were camping all the time, and she called it cowboy coffee. I think with the notion that cowboys back in the day maybe just took off their socks off their feet and strained their coffee through it. So this is very traditional. When I first moved to Costa Rica, I actually wasn't drinking coffee when I first moved down here. I'd been off coffee for about a year and a half, just trying to work on some hormonal stuff. And as soon as I got here, in my kitchen that I was working at, they were making coffee like this every morning, and the smell just, had me at hello. So I started drinking coffee again. And now I drink it not because I need it. I don't need the coffee for energy. I just love the taste of it. And then if we can incorporate it into nice high-powered protein smoothies and whatnot, all the better. So let's get right to it, making our coffee. So this stand here is also something you can buy here in Costa Rica. You can probably bend a coat hanger at home into this shape and stick it onto a piece of plywood if you really wanted to. But here we buy, this is about $4, less than $4 to buy this little stand here. You'll see different versions of this in many souvenir shops if you ever visit Costa Rica. But you don't need it, not important. I'll show you what it's going to be used for, and you can see very easily that it's not completely necessary, but it's great for hands-free operation. So underneath here, I'm just going to place my Rythmia branded coffee mug to catch our coffee. And I'm going to put in coffee grinds. I always do it super strong because I like strong coffee. How about you, Kenneth? What would you do for 1 cup? How much ground would you traditionally do?
I use two spoons.
2 tablespoons. So I'm going to do a little bit more. And you know what I just realized? I forgot. I'm going to ask Brian to help me with something. Brian, can you help me with one thing? In the refrigerator, con los jugos, hay 2 tazas de café, porfa. I always forget something, right? Okay, so I put in, what did I put? 2 or 3 tablespoons in there, not important. So we just going to place our glass underneath there to catch, and this is going to be like our coffee filter. And in this water bottle here, I have, I don't know, Kenneth. I've got some hot water here. So all I need to do is take my hot water. Ooh. And it starts out a little bit weak. And then as the grounds start to get penetrated more and more, gracias. Brian's got my iced coffee. I've got some pre-iced coffee here that we're going to be using for some other recipes. Thank you, sir. Say hello.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you, Brian. So we've got our chilled iced coffee there. So that is for later in our recipes. Oh, but the smell is...
super, super, super good. Oh.
Who's saying super too much now? So I'm going to fill this mug just because Kenneth likes his coffee black, so he can sip on this while we do the rest of our Facebook Live. And that's all there is to it. So you can see that these grinds here, eventually as you're using this more and more and more, the sock itself gets pretty stained up, but that's fine. It'll just become a nice solid brown. But this is typical. This is how most homes here in Costa Rica are making their coffee in the morning. And the only thing I don't like about doing it this way is I'm one of those people that needs my coffee steaming hot. Like, if it gets like remotely cool, same with one of our guests here. She's the same. What's your name?
Nadia.
Nadia.
Yeah.
Nadia's on the hot coffee camp, like
Very hot.
very hot, or completely very iced. Nothing in the middle.
Yeah, I prefer the hot.
Yeah, me too. But
This is ice cream.
yeah, unless it's ice cream. Amen, sister. Woman after my own heart right here. But yeah, this is why I don't enjoy my coffee so much this way anymore, because the coffee instantly starts cooling down. So I use a little Italian coffee maker, espresso maker at home, piping hot, and I drink it right away. And I actually warm my milk as well. I put a little bit of coconut milk or soy milk in it, and I warm that as well, or steam it. But come on, so good. Want to have a smell of that freshly brewed black coffee? Nadia, we're live on Facebook right now. There's probably going to be about 12,000 people that see you right now. You want to say hi?
Hello.
When did you get in here? Just today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. How did you sleep last night?
Also
Yeah, that's cool. New place, new country, new things happening.
tiring.
Tired?
Tired.
Yeah, you're gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Are you making the juice?
I am not. I'm just doing my Facebook Live video. The juices and everything all happen over in the restaurant as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I bought for 2 days.
Agreed. The juice program.
Tomorrow 3 times.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that would be great. Yeah, you can start tomorrow and have the whole day. Or you can start tonight at dinner or right now at lunch, whatever works for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got a token for juice, so use it at will.
I forgot in my bedroom.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. So this is a great moment to talk about our juice program here at Rythmia.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of guests asking about that, so I'm going to just do a little bit of an explanation. So we do have unlimited coconut water, pineapple juice, smoothies in the morning on the breakfast bar, and infused waters, but we also have a juice program that we've created here for additional nutrition infusion. And it includes 3 juices per day, 8 ounces. In the morning there's a green juice that is celery, cucumber, lemon, spinach or kale, green apple. And at lunch it's a beet juice, so it's a nice grounding midday juice that's really great for the blood and detoxifying the liver, which is beet, carrot, celery, lemon, green apple, and love. And then we also have in the evening our cucumber, coconut water, aloe vera juice, which is those 3 ingredients plus lemon. And that's only an additional $20 a day. So if that's something you want to add on, talk to your reservation specialist when you're booking, and you'll get tokens for that you can utilize at every meal to get your extra juice. And if you really feel like you want to do a juice fast, which a lot of our clients do, I would recommend doubling up that program and getting double the juices, having 2 green, 2 beet, 2 aloe cucumbers, and then utilizing that between the smoothies in the morning and the coconut water and the pineapple juice, and you will be infused with goodness while you're here at Rythmia. Okay, back to our Rythmia coffee making. Kenneth, this is for you. Kenneth is going to have that coffee. I'm going to have a smoothie later. So that's all there is to it. Coffee sock, Costa Rican style. Not so shabby, right? Super fun. So I've already got 2 cups here of pre-chilled coffee that we're going to use in 2 of our smoothies. So let's just talk about a couple of other quick smoothie hacks before we get too much into things. Trying to see if there's anyone over on the laptop with anything important to say. Sleep well, Nadia, says Adam. What a cutie. Patty Castro's, where are you? Oh, she's going for a cleanse. Patty is one of our regular viewers here. She's always watching the Facebook Lives, and she's actually here with us at Rythmia this week, but she says she can't come be here live with us because she's got an appointment. And then we've got Ana Maria is watching, Nancy Brown, Kevin Lee, Carlos Sanchez. Carlos, you work here. Amazing. Why don't you just come and hang out with me live instead of watching from your desk at your computer? Lily is watching. Veronica Perez. Vasquez Kearney says ready for blending action. Steve, okay, Steve goes excellent, excellent, excellent. We got lots of people watching. Again, if you have any questions, shoot me that in the comments. And please send me your recommendations if there's anything you want me to do, anything you want me to talk about, anything you want to see here at Rythmia on these Facebook Lives. Please let me know, because I've got my content down for May, but June I have not filled in any ideas yet. So shoot me off any ideas or recipes or anything you want to learn about. Okay, so a couple of other quick smoothie details, and I'm not sure if I talked about this in my last one or not, so I'm going to touch on it real quickly right now. I'm talking really, really fast. Ice cube tray. Awesome way to freeze ice, obviously, but also I wanted to mention that what I typically do at home is I have an ice cube tray that's specifically for milk. So I put in like coconut milk, almond milk, oat milk, all of the different milks that I like to use in my smoothie, and I make ice cubes of those. And then as they're frozen, I just divide them up into different Ziploc bags with each type of milk and store those in my freezer, so that when I'm making smoothies, I have frozen milk instead of having to use liquid milk all the time. It just helps keep my smoothies super cold. Because as with my coffee, I'm all about temperatures. I want my smoothies ice cold if I'm drinking them. Which is not Ayurvedically recommended, but I like it that way because I live in Costa Rica and it's hot here. So you can do that with all of your different milks. You can do that with different juices. If you want, if you like doing orange juice or lemon juice or anything like that, freeze them in ice cube trays, and it's just going to help keep your smoothie super cold. Especially if you're using a high-powered blender like I am, they tend to create a little bit of heat, so it warms up your smoothie a little bit. And the other thing I want to talk about, which I think I did talk about on my last Smooth Operator video, was smoothie bags. And this is just an example of what, I don't think I had examples the last time. Here, I'll put this over to you, Kenneth. So this is a smoothie bag that I just grabbed out of the freezer. This is one that I make at home often. And this is just mixed lettuce and spinach typically. There's strawberries in there, there's pineapple, I've got cashews as well as spirulina powder in there. So this is the base of a really great smoothie. All I would need to do is take this out of the freezer in the morning, throw it in my blender, and top it up with with coconut water, regular water, orange juice, almond milk, coconut milk, any kind of liquid that I want, and then blend it. And if you do 5 or 6 of these on the weekend, then you've got all your smoothies ready for the mornings, your busy mornings during the week when you're heading off to work. And you're not having to think, and you're not going to have to fumble around the kitchen getting all the ingredients ready. Just spend that, Sunday morning maybe washing all your fruit, chopping it up, washing your lettuces, dividing, even like you could even put your protein powder, your maca root powder, all of your superfoods right in the bags as well in individual portions, then toss them all in your freezer. And what I would do is I would just flatten it all out like that, eliminate the air, because anytime there's air, that's when you tend to get freezer burn and stuff like that. And then Monday's pineapple berry smoothie, whatever. You don't even need to do that. And then I would just stack all of my week's worth of smoothie bags, or month's worth you could do. I would just stack them all on top of each other in the freezer, and then just pull them out as I need to and throw them in my blender. All right? So that is just a little smoothie hack idea. Toss that in my refrigerator down there. And let's get to the recipe, shall we? Sheila Shorey says, I love the smoothie bag. Patty Castro says, yum. Giovanni's watching. Hi, Giovanni. When are you coming back? See you soon, he says. I dream about your banana muffins. All right, perfect. Aysan is watching. Mochi, I hope I'm saying that right. Mochi Westy, that's a brilliant name. Sheila Shorey saying hello. Okay, perfect. Jamie, oh, there's lots of people. Jamie Ray is saying, I do want to know when those second and third cookbooks are coming out. All right, Jamie. So I just had that conversation with some guests this morning as well. And I want to give you guys all the heads up that I am working on my third book right now. It's going to be a recipe compilation book. It's also going to be my, I hate the word, but it's like a memoir. It's going to be my story, my life story up until this point. It's going to be written like it's my diary from like a personal journal perspective. There's going to be recipes that were, a big part of my life from when I was a kid growing up, like my cream cheese crescent roll breakfast that my mom used to make every Christmas morning, to recipes that I, love to do and enjoy. Like there was a bow tie chicken sausage pasta that I loved as a teenager that my friend's mom used to make. Then in my 20s, what I used to cook for my friends when they came over, then a lot of my raw vegan stuff that helped with my transition into more plant-based diet, and a bunch of recipes up until this point. It's going to have like a lot of my hand-drawn scribbles in there, recipes, and food philosophy, a lot of stuff that I've downloaded from the plant medicine here, and so it's going to be a big one, and I've been working on it for a bit since 2012. And I've just really gotten into the writing process and getting my book proposal and everything ready in the last month or so, and I'm hoping to have it done and written and in a publisher's hand and by the fall of this year, and hopefully it'll be released as early as January 2019. That's like the end point. No matter how I end up publishing, I'm hoping to have it out and printed and ready for public consumption by the end of January of 2019. So that's to answer your question. And yes, the yum sauce, Meg's Magic Secret Yum Sauce, will be in that cookbook, as well as a lot of the other recipes that didn't make it into Rythmia's first book. So that is what's up with the cookbook. All right. Hey, Jeff, my cousin Jeff is watching. Hey, Meg, he says, yo, what's up, cousin Jeff? There might be, I don't know what, maybe, will there be any Donkers recipes? So my family's last name is Donkers. And we got together every Christmas since I was a little kid for family get-togethers. Maybe I'll do some venison dishes. Just kidding. I don't know how to cook venison, but that was a big thing at a lot of my family Christmases growing up. All right. Jamie Ray says, ooh, what an awesome idea. Okay, awesome. Patty Castro, I love that you're watching still, and you're here at the hotel. That makes me super, super happy. Super, super duper. Okay, recipes. So the first thing we're going to do is banana milk coffee, 2 ways. So the first one is going to be a really simple version, and I find it to be quite pretty. And where'd I put the milk? Oh, did I not? I need more milk. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, so super simple start to this recipe. We're going to be making a bit of a cream base. Like this is going to be like our cream for our iced coffee. And then we're going to add coffee to it. So it's really, really easy. So I'm going to grab one of my pitchers here. And in this ridiculous Rythmia branded cup for the pool area, I'm going to add in about a cup of milk into my blender jug here. Cold, preferably very cold. Then I'm going to add in a banana. Were you going to say something?
How much quantity is?
About a cup. So what did I write down when I wrote this recipe? I said 1 cup of milk and 1 very ripe banana. And for sweetener, we're going to use honey today. So this is just some really good honey. If you can find some local raw organic honey from your local farmer dudes, I would say support them. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of that. Look at that. Didn't even spill. Like a pro. Ice cubes. I'm going to add a bit of vanilla as well. That's not in the recipe that I'm typing, but that's just because I like vanilla and banana. And then we're just going to blend this. This is essentially our cream for our coffee. Pardon the noise for a moment. And all I'm doing is blending that up to make the banana nice and smooth. I might actually go a little bit further. I would go a little bit further if I was doing that at home, but the noise, I don't want to deal with it right now. So I've got 2 glasses here. I'm going to make 2 portions of this. And all I'm going to do is, oh, there's a whole thing of spoons there. Thanks, Kenneth. What would I do without you? I'm going to dump some ice in the bottom of my 2 glasses. If you had really pretty, like, mugs, like clear mugs with the handle on the side, that would be really good, like those fancy mocha mugs that you see at the fancy coffee shops in New York City and the like. We don't have any of those here because we don't do, I mean, we don't really, a lot of people don't drink coffee while they're here doing the herbal support therapy. This is putting my ice, like that. Then as I mentioned before earlier, I've already got some coffee here. So I'm going to divide this cup of coffee up between the two. So that's our coffee component. So there's our simple iced coffee. And then we just take our beautiful cream, and this is how let's see, how's your shot here, Kenneth? We got a good, you're going to be able to see this beauty in its glory. Oh, yeah. Come on. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, serve that up at the table to your friends on Sunday morning brunch. Doesn't that look so good? Right?
Nice. Delicious.
So delicious. And then you can have a little spoon and give a little stir. Where's Paola? Paola said she was going to come down and do my taste tester here today. I've made two, one for you and one for her, but I'm going to take a sip of this one. She won't mind if I try it. I mean, every day we're coffee, banana milk. Here, Kenneth, you want that one?
There you go.
We're friends.
Now I have coffee and this one.
You're going to be bouncing off the walls with coffee and banana coffee. For me, at the beginning when I started hearing about this, I was like, banana in my coffee? That, it works. Doesn't that taste just ridiculous?
Delicious.
So good. So that's the other one for Paola when she joins us. So I'm going to move on to the next one, and this is going to be my smoothie right now, because as soon as I'm done this Facebook Live and we're going to clean up, I'm going to answer comments, and then I have to go off and teach yoga, so I like to have a smoothie or something just to give me energy, and then right after the yoga I'll be helping with the breathwork class here this afternoon. So I need some good power, protein, energy, so I'm going to be making this next smoothie for me. Carolyn Bowden says I'm going to make one right now. It looks so good. Yes, everybody, if you do try these recipes at home, I would love to hear your feedback. Either send me a message on my Instagram with a picture of whatever you make, or shoot the picture right here in the comments and tag me, Meg Pearson. I would love to see what you guys are doing. Adam Bell says, just great, pass me a cookie as well, right? Anna Nunez is watching, saying, hey Meg. Sharon Bird is watching, saying, hey. Cousin Jeff is saying, thanks for the shout out. Shout out! Okay, awesome. Okay. Maybe I should do one of my cleansing breaths like last week. I totally forgot, by the way, if you watched last week, I was spinning. I was spinning a little bit at the beginning of, right, Kenneth, last week? I was like, ah. So I did like all of this yoga stuff at the beginning of the Facebook Live, and I didn't even remember it until like 4 days later. Kenneth started laughing at work one morning. I was like, what? He's like, oh, I was just thinking about what you did in the Facebook Live. I was like, what? I was doing my whole crazy breathing. Feels so good. So we should do it every week. That should be the way I start every single Facebook
energy.
Live.
You need to balance your energy.
Clearly I need more banana coffee in my life, right? My goodness. Okay, so moving on to my smoothie. I'll let you know, guys, so don't leave if you're watching, because after this one, we're going to be making a healthy mint chocolate chip shake. Just so you know. So stick around for that. But right now we're going to make Megan's lunch brunch smoothie, which is going to be another version of the coffee smoothie. And this one's super easy. It's just putting everything into a blender. And then, so the base is going to be, again, banana, because I told you banana coffee-ish 2 ways. This one is kind of more, like that banana coffee you could have, like, as coffee in the morning in place of your regular coffee. Obviously, you're still going to want to eat breakfast and everything with it, and this smoothie as well, but this one's going to be a lot more satisfying. You won't need quite as heavy a breakfast, because we got our banana in here. I'm also going to add some yogurt. I've got about a cup of, this is just the goat milk yogurt that I'm always talking about. This is going to be what gives it a nice creamy texture and body, as well as super good protein. This is a Greek yogurt from our goat farm down the road. Maple syrup, because because it's Canada Day's May 2-4 weekend that I was talking about, I figured maple syrup will be a great sweetener for me. So this is an organic maple syrup that I bought here in Costa Rica. Add in about a tablespoon of that. Yummy. Bit of vanilla again. Last week I used vanilla powder. Today I've got vanilla extract, just because I'm doing liquid recipes anyway, so why not use the liquid? And I've got some protein powder here today. So this is a vegan, I'm going to dump the whole thing in, Kenneth, don't worry about that. This is 1 portion of a plant-based protein powder that I love, one of my favorite brands. I can get it here in Costa Rica now. And it's the sprouted brown rice protein powder. So as you can see, this is high-powered. Hey Kurt, you want to come say hi to all of our Facebook friends?
Sure.
Da, 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 da.
Hi, everyone.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Kirk. I'm here at Rythmia with the best chef in the world. And I'm enjoying this wonderful food. What are you making?
We're making smoothies today. Do you want
Smoothies.
a banana coffee smoothie since Paula never came to drink hers? This is banana. Oh wait, do you want coffee?
Sometimes I treat myself to
Well,
coffee.
this is a half a cup of coffee,
Looks like a great way to do it.
and it's iced, and it's banana and almond milk.
Awesome.
Enjoy. That'll be a great full side bevy. Mind you, you're gonna have to pour it into your plastic cup. Here, let me give you a plastic cup to pour it into.
It's good.
You like that? Do you want
There's
it?
some cocoa in it?
No.
It's delicious.
It's vanilla, banana, almond milk,
That's it.
coffee, and a bit of honey. But it does
Delicious.
taste
And
like
and
it does
vanilla.
taste a little bit like chocolate.
Vanilla.
Yeah,
there's
vanilla.
some kind of a cocoa.
But there isn't.
Delicious.
So enjoy that. Sorry, Paula, you'll have to come
Cheers.
come by another time.
Enjoy.
Here, salud
Salud.
to good health.
And here.
Pura vida.
And here.
Pura
Pura vida.
Pura
Cheers.
vida. All right, now back to the Facebook Live. Thanks for stopping by, Kirk. All right. I knew he'd be a good sport and want to say hello. So back to the protein powder. I'm going to dump that in there. So high-powered, protein-packed, magical smoothie in the works here. And then coffee. So I've got about another cup here, and this is pre-iced or pre-chilled coffee. I'm going to toss that in, and I'm going to get this blending. And as it's blending, I'm going to toss in a bit of ice cubes, and that's just going to help give it some super cool, frothy texture. Is all she wrote. This is so tasty. I've got my, I think you guys have seen my I'm so fancy smoothie mug. I think I've talked about that on my Facebook Lives a bit. This is one that I have, another smoothie mug that I have. It's a glass base with a reusable straw and a great lid. That this is another one of my favorite. I'm always running around on the go, so I always have smoothies in my hands. And I think I've made just about almost the perfect amount. So good! So good! I'm just gonna pour the remainder of this into my coconut water and I'll sip on that. Amen to that, my friends. I'm gonna put this in here for now, let it get even colder. 2 down. So 2 versions of the banana coffee, one a little bit more satisfying than the other as far as ingredients for sustainability and getting you through the morning. See, I'm having, again, there we go. I always have issues with that sink. I never know how to turn off. So good. Okay, so now for the mint chocolate chip.
Chocolate.
So my recipe calls for 3 frozen bananas. I'm putting in the 3 non-frozen bananas because, to be honest, a freezer's been malfunctioning. So I haven't been freezing many things lately. And it's fine because we've got like 100 people here this week. So there's no sense to freeze anything anyways. So I'm tossing in 3 bananas and I'm just breaking it up in bits. I think in my last smoothie Facebook Live, I did talk about how to freeze bananas and, you know, breaking them up into tiny little pieces like this is best in a freezer bag. Make sure you peel them or else you're going to have to let them completely defrost before you can get the peel off. So 3 bananas. Green. Anytime you do, like, whenever I think mint chocolate chip, I always think of like fluorescent green, like the ice cream that I used to eat when I was a kid. So what I've got here is some Costa Rican spinach. I'm just going to pull the leaves off of here, a good handful. All I did was wash this ahead of time to show you. This is the way spinach actually grows on stalks. So I'm just peeling off the good leaves. I will keep the stems, and these stems would be great to add to a juice, like the green juice we serve in the morning. The stems have a lot of liquid in them, so don't throw your stems away if you have a juicer. All right, so there's our greens. We've got banana and our greens. And if you notice, I didn't follow my own advice. Typically, I always say when you're blending anything with leafy greens, put your leafy greens on the bottom and then everything else on top to weigh down the greens so that the greens aren't flying around in the air in the blender. Hakuna Matata. And a good handful of fresh mint. The recipe I typically used to always just use a mint extract, an organic mint extract, but today I'm going to actually throw in a bunch of yerba buena, good herb, not marijuana, but that's what we call it here in Costa Rica, yerba buena, which is mint. I thought Kirk was just laughing at my ridiculous joke from afar. So that's a lot of mint, but I want this to be potent. The other thing I quite often do is I have a liquid chlorophyll that I take in the mornings in my water that is super potent chlorophyll, bright green in color, and it's got a mint flavor to it. So I would put that in the smoothie if I was doing it at home as well. But what I'm going to do today for a little bit extra health and protein and green is a bit of spirulina. So this is, I think I've talked about before, this is our spirulina crunchies. This is grown here in Costa Rica. It's a blue-green algae from freshwater. Put a little bit of that in there. And almond milk, again, is going to be our liquid. It's about 1.5 cups is the recipe. And I'm going to blend that up. Then I'm going to add some ice as I did the last time. We have to add in the star ingredient, Galaxy. Do you remember last week Galaxy barked whenever I put the blender on? Here she is again. Galaxy, it's just the blender. Tranquila. Relax, my friend. It's just the blender, buds. This is Jerry's new little friend, Galaxy. She's been with us for a few weeks. She doesn't like the blender. She's bound to bark again. Chocolate. This is a chocolate mint smoothie, so I've got some really good dark vegan chocolate. I'm just gonna bust it up. If you have chips or cacao nibs, you could toss those in if you're not big on the processed chocolate, but this is just really simple chocolate. I'm going to put in a few pieces of that and blend it up. It up there enough to get the chocolate broken down into like bits, because you know in like mint chocolate chip ice cream, one of the best parts is actually the chunks of chocolate. So look at that. That is a smoothie meal. And then what I would do is take a little bit more of my chocolate with my rallador. Rallador. I always say that wrong. Microplane, rasp, whatever. Put a little bit of chocolate on top. If you have cacao nibs, you could just throw some cacao nibs on top. A bada boom, bada bing. How does that? I'm going to use a spoon to have a little taste so that you can have this if you want it, Kenneth. It could actually use more mint. I'm not going to lie. But, what do you think, Kenneth? Have a try. That's yours if you want it. It's not really strong in flavor. Actually, it could be sweeter and it could have more mint, but it's light and airy and frothy, and Kenneth likes it. So, there we go. Kenneth doesn't need to eat lunch on Sundays because he can just eat all of the things from the Facebook Live. So that, my friends, let me just double check that I did everything. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is, this came up on one of my social medias this morning, and I was saying to Paula, I'm like, I really like Sunday mornings. Typically something always comes across my desk that makes me go, oh, I should mention that on my Facebook Live. So there's just this funny little quote that I shared on my Instagram that said, life's too short to drink crappy coffee and cry over boys that don't care. Which I thought was very fitting, because I've been releasing a lot of males out of my life recently. Just male energy. Not boys so much as men. And just releasing, letting love go, and I realize life is too short to not have amazing banana coffee and to put too much energy into love lost. Because there's potential, infinite potential out there in the world for love and good coffee and chocolate. Costa Rica, coffee and chocolate and love. Pura vida. Tuanis. Todo bien por dicha. What else is a cool Costa Rican saying I could say? My, which is like, dude. That's it, my friends. That's all I have to say for today. 2:37. I told you it would be short. 2:37 was like average what it was when we first started doing this, I think, right, Kenneth? Before I started getting off on tangents all the time. Next week will be May 27th, and it looks like we're doing breakfast breakthroughs, which was a viewer request. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for that yet. All I have is the title. So you have to tune in to find out, but we're going to be doing some breakfast stuff. Probably talk about some breakfast hacks, do some recipes. I know I've done a lot of breakfast recipes here on these lives already, like chia puddings and whatnot, so I'll come up with some other different things. I will definitely not do pancakes, because if you saw that Facebook Live, it was a bit of a failure. But tune in. Next week, 2 p.m. Costa Rica time, 4 p.m. Toronto time. I don't know any other time zones off the top of my head, so we'll see you guys then, here, there, and oh yeah, my second cookbook, Miracle Meals, is available on Amazon and also through my website, megpearson.ca, as well as Jerry's is available on Amazon as well, Shit the Moon said. So if you're looking for some good reads for this Canada summer coming up, head on over to Amazon, and we'll see you guys next week. Ciao.